Okay, it's Sunday night or Monday, Martin Luther King Day. We're on the Mondays of Monday series here. We're talking about how you can make all of your Mondays as excellent as a fantastic. I guess it's a vacation Monday, right? So we sort of call it here. Thor, is that started? Were you involved in the prior show? Did you hear sort of what we were saying there? That your Mondays don't all have to suck.
Yeah,
That was really the gist, right?
that's right. That's right.
I don't want my Mondays to suck. Well, my spelling sucks. Okay, um, so what we have here is a discussion of how that can happen. So we have three voices here, okay? And one of the first ways you can make your Mondays suck less is by telling yourself they suck less. But if you do happen to run into a little bit of suck while you're out there, rather than just go embrace the suck and say, wow, this sucks, I think my day will suck the rest of the day, you might be able to avoid that suckage. So when we look at the first step here for the last video, there was a video of a little girl who was shattering a glass. Well, she had to match the frequency of the glass in order to engage with it, right?
That's right.
That's correct.
And there was a destructive engagement. Well, not all your engagement has to be destructive. That's sort of what I'm trying to say here. So if I have to engage with something, the little girl taught us this. I engage with the glass, I change its structure. Bam, it exploded. Right in front of her. So, okay, that's not this voice. This second voice doesn't have the power to change your Monday. It has the power to change the way you engage with your Monday. So you want to sort of think about this second voice. It's more like your radar for your system. It's not your little voice in the back of your head. Your little voice in the back of your head, that's your third voice. We're going to get to that in the next segment. That's a very important lesson. But all three of these things work together in harmony and in sequence. They're like a symphony of different notes that come together for a pleasing engagement. Dr. Leonard Horowitz tells us that if you put 428 or 428 and 523 together, or 528 and 423 together, it's 528 and 741 together, that you get the devil's note. It's a symphony note. That means you're with a dissonant frequency. Now, that doesn't mean 741 is bad on its own. It's part of the solfeggio scale. But 741 and 528 together make something so toxic, if you listen to it too long and at too much volume, it would literally expire you. All your cells would just they all go into chaos because of the way the vibration affects you. So you're talking about this ability to go put your radar out there, your intentional self. I found this quote from Self Media, from Best Self Media. I like these guys. I put their link up in here, and they call it your sixth sense. I sort of agree with that. So your larger reference is like your assertive self. So when you get in this big emotional turmoil, right, and you get in a fight or flight mechanism, that's what happens. So that's your cells saying, "Oh no, we got to do something. We got to do something." Well, I'm saying it's just slow down and observe. Do not let your emotional engagements overrule what is happening in your existence. That's how your day sucks. Oh, my day was great until I ran into Sandy in the elevator, and she just got me down telling me about her horrible weekend. Or I was with Sandy in the elevator, and she said that her weekend was she went to the Bahamas and won $1 million, and she's coming in to clean out her desk. And now my day sucks because it's not her day. And so we can't. Our world's at a tipping point here, Best Self says, at recovering up from the upheaval of the COVID pandemic, rocking and rolling through economic disruptions, and reeling at every turn from daily climate disasters. California right now is just drenched and soaked and running. It's undoubtedly apparent that we humans need to do something different to create a livable future. A livable future. Seems like a goal, doesn't it?
Yeah. We definitely want a future that we can live in.
Well, we're living through it anyway.
Yeah, one way or the other.
Suffer. I'm saying the three voices here. The first voice, your outbound voice, that's how you're changing. That's your manifestation engine, right? Well, this is about your intention. Okay, you ever walked into a room and it just doesn't feel right, but you have to be there? All the logic says you have to go. And if it feels right, it might not be right. You might just want to stop and say, no, is this the best thing I can do? So, like, the missing link here is incorporating our intuition into our way of thinking. Einstein's onto something here. Now, Einstein says we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we use to create them. It's a pretty powerful statement. We need to seek to expand our ways of thinking, creating, and solving the problems we face and created ourselves with the others that help you create it in unison and on our planet. So the best self, guys, that's mine in brackets. We solve the problems we face and we create, right? And with the others, all you guys create problems in unison. Everybody gets together, talks about how shitty it's going to get. Well, guess what? You better put on a hat. It's going to start raining fecal matter. It's going to come at you. So we want to shift our world. We have to shift our relationships internally, our intuitive selves with others, and those other intuitions. The other intuition is the one that makes everyone believe that something is wrong now in our society. It's wrong. People are treating each other with disrespect. They're everywhere. There's pronouns and Instagram me and not me. And no. If it feels too right, it's probably right. The Matrix demands that you do the right thing. Do the right thing. So this is a red pill, blue pill moment. So, oh, wait, that's a decision. I have to make a decision. I have to make a decision. If I don't make a decision, then, it's all going to go sideways. Well, that's the red pill or the blue pill. I'm saying, what if I don't want to take a pill or an inoculation? Everybody remember this moment? He goes woke. He's about to wake up. Like, really wake up.
Do you want to know what it is? The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth? That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind. Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more. Follow me.
It's still there.
So the red pill or the blue pill is all about decision. We have to make a decision. I'm not saying don't make a decision. I'm saying have an intention. Your decision is to have an intention. It's hard to get around this. You make decisions all day. The Power of Habit by Duhigg says that 40% of the things that we do every day are based on habits. They're not decisions that we make that we think we're spontaneous. No, man, you go to the same place every morning, get the same coffee. You want the regular? Yeah. You're just being regular, not being fantastic. If you're being fantastic, you might say, "Oh no, no, no! I want you to put the sweet stuff in there that I used to not drink because I was afraid of it. Because the doctor told me I had something, couldn't have it. Fear, failed expectation. So your second voice is like your radar, okay? Your perspective, your intention, and your manifestation. They're all part of the same oneness. They're all part of the same oneness. So at this intention to manifestation, oh wait, I'm off my notes. My intention to manifestation is this. This is an example of what a word actually looks like. This is what a word looks like. She's saying it three different ways. Watch it change. One is a high tone, like like the seven forms of dude, like that's dude, like, oh man, the man showed up. And there's like, dude, like, oh, he didn't show up. And then there's like, dude, which is that you with an axe? The many forms of dude. She's going to talk about the forms of intention here. Watch the change the vibration of the representation.
Intention, 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 intention.
So I'm going to do this again, and I want you to get a visual recognition of how powerful your voice is. Look at what this is doing.
Intention, 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 intention.
So I have three different representations that are all sort of the same, but even just the change in my voice. It's
The
like you say,
volume.
hey, does this dress make me look fat? You say, no, your ass is what makes it look fat. Oh, we'll get in trouble for that.
Oh boy.
Okay, here we are. Sorry. Yeah, you better make sure you have your divorce lawyer's paperwork in your wallet if you're going to play that game. Okay, so the cymatics is this feedback loop, and that's your intentional second voice. So you make better decisions by observing your emotions. Look, it's right out there in front of you. You walk in there and say, hey, how you doing? And your significant other says, fine. Well, that means for effed up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional, F-I-N-E. That doesn't mean, baby, I am fine like red wine in the summertime. No, that's a different kind of fine. So you are emitting this frequency, whatever it is, right? Whatever your best you is that you're at that point, because you're the best you can be. That's what you're emitting. You're also receiving this from other people. So if I want to make a change in the glass, if I want to break the glass with my voice, I have to match the frequency and engage with it. Well, that means you have to be able to match the frequency of people that are in lower frequency at some engagement point. Otherwise, you're never going to meet them, right? So if someone comes up and says something you don't like, or they say, I'm a huge Biden fan, I've been vaccinated 87 times. Well, you might, there's a bunch of things you can say, but the inner you, your little voice, your second voice probably said, stay away from that person. They're not of the same thinking as you. Well, we have to change that. So let's look at what this really looks like in light and sound and energy, because we're energy, we're electrical beings. You don't believe me? Tell your heart to stop beating, because it makes a spark every second. That spark stops, you stop. This is 432 hertz up through. So what's happening when you use the intentional you Man, that's really pretty. What happens if you're using the intentional you is that you are reading this like it's the matrix code intuitively in others. And you can come up and see if their code is, happy, sad in the middle, or are they fine, or are they fine? Which one are they? Same word. All words have power. This power is within you. You can do this. You can create this. You can engage with it. You have this. You got this. I just want to say, wow.
Amazing.
I didn't watch the whole thing when I snagged this for brief. I saw the length of that. They go through a scale. Sure, that'll be cool. Oh my gosh, this is cool.
That was real cool, actually.
There's your thumbnail.
Hold up. Okay.
Pretty cool stuff. I'm telling you. We're stepping through the solfeggio scale. So solfeggio is one of the things we hear Dr. Leonard Horowitz talk about, right? So what we've seen here is that there is frequency. Okay. So listening to your senses, making better, listening to your second voice, your radar, your intuition, your intuitive self. The more awake you get, the more this is going to get turned on. So you got to be able to deal with this. If you're more intuitive, hey, look, I'm a fairly intuitive guy. I can walk into a room and know pretty much what's going on in that room. You can do this with your people. You've been stuck in the same room with them for the last 3 freaking years. You can walk in and know exactly what's going on. So open up this level of engagement. Because if we're really going to do this, if we're going to do this with intention and as a group, then we need to get together on the same frequency. Well, here's what it looks like. You want to see what the absolute other frequency looks like?
Of course we do.
Oh, by the way, I did pull these up. These were the frequency ranges as they step through, right? So you can see, and these are supposed to be aligned with each one of the segments of the celestial cycle. Wow, Venus looks very Indian, doesn't it? No, man, the moon. Oh, I'm not going there. Getting stuck there. Okay, this is a very famous movie clip that a lot of people have never really seen. That this is a guy they live, and he wakes up. He's the only guy awake because it's the 80s. And he wakes up and starts figuring out that this is no bueno land. My point with this was I was muted. This is Windows, by the way. So what's happening is he's seeing the message behind the message. This is the program. He is seeing the difference between the code and the front end, the browser, the phone, the headset, the earbuds.
What's your problem? I said, what's your problem?
How are you today, sir? Okay, how's it going? Fine, thank you. Thank you, sir. Here you are, sir. Thank you. Hey, buddy. You gonna pay for that or what? Look, buddy, I don't want no hassle today. Either pay for it or put it back.
So we can spend an hour dissecting that. We go through all the small messages that were in there, and that's how complex this is. Exiting the program is about observation first. Stop moving in their data stream. Start moving in your own consciousness stream of your intentions, manifesting a future that you want and desire. It's not a sin. It's not horrible. Do that with people around you and share that energy. And we all seen enough examples of frequency, vibration, and energy You keep seeing them. This is the way. If you want to go get in a med bed and you don't have a frequency high enough to match up with that thing, then it's not going to recognize you. All my research says. I know a little bit about this. You have to. It has to read you. It's not a. It's got an artificial intelligence in it. You're talking about the Palladian med beds. When everybody wants to come out from outer space. Okay, well, if they get here, based on what I know about them, all the research that I've done, so I've never seen one. I've seen descriptions of them in many ways. I can't find anyone who's building them. I can't find the silver they're going to use to make them. They take a bunch of silver. So if you're going to get in the stuff that we're using now, raise your frequency, work on it, do your own work. No faith in works, baby. You got 4 minutes before I cut this. Give me some feedback.
Well, the frequency that you feel when you walk into a room that you've never been in and you engage, your body feels the frequency of others, and you just may turn the corner, go the other way, or actually feel like you want to engage with them based on their frequency.
Well, definitely. I mean, frequency, and the tones and the words we say really are very powerful. And, going to that last clip that we had, I mean, it's all the control, it's you'll own nothing and be happy. They try to control every aspect. And we just got to wake up and start seeing this for ourselves.
Easier said than done, right? So, look, we're going to do one more of these. We're going to do the third voice segment, and you do all these in a row. So we talked about the first voice, which is your outbound voice. Everybody hears it. It's your megaphone. Talked about your second voice. This is the kind of stuff your second voice should be intuiting. That you know what's happening. You are observational. Where's the big pickup where he goes to the sky and he sees all the stuff? Obey, surrender, no ideas, apathy. I'm not apathetic, I'm engaged. I hope others are too. That's the whole point of all this. That's why I'm doing all this work. You got to wake up. You got to put your glasses on that are your bullshit glasses, your intentional thought glasses, your critical thought glasses, your put your phone down glasses. Take off your Instagram face glasses and put on the real you and go talk to someone and engage with them. That's the key, right?
That's it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
I appreciate everyone and the sound of my voice. I hope you're having a fantastic day.